Hi everyone, another Klaus here, and today we're gonna review some Titan Side from 2004, and it will be Queka this time, or Queka, and don't really have the right pronunciation right here, so excuse me. I'm gonna try to show you the box in its full view. So here it is in a square shape. You can see you have some Queka right there. Of course, on the background you have Metroid with the Colosseum, and on the foreground you have some industrial stuff right there with some pipe right there and some ball-shaped stuff and building, I think. So that's quite all. I think it's quite dark and scary. Not really scary, but still dark in the night. And of course, as you may know, Queka is one of the bad guy, one of the Dark Hunters, which are a team, not really a team, but kind of a personal armies, if I can say so, or some mercenaries. So anyway, and then yeah, you have some shape right there, which is kind of strange, but was used on this Titan. Right here, as you can see all this strange shape. And I think that's quite all Bionicle writing big again. On the upper side, you've got some art for the second movie, which will be released in 2004. Then it shows you all the three Titan set of these years. Of course, it doesn't show Lycan and Kenro because it was a special edition, and often the special editions are not shown in the instruction booklet or stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's quite all. And then you have the back of the box, which show you the three features, if I can say so. So one is hand moving, one other is the Kanoka launcher, which can be moved on the shoulder, and then the Kanoka launcher itself. It also shows you that it's some glow in the dark Kanoka. The Kanoka are some are glow in the dark. The background is the map of Metroid right here, from of course. From the sky view and some view of the map of Metroid from the sky. Of course, it's the same, so it goes the shape of it. And then it shows you that with this three Titan set, you can make the Ultimate Dume, so the big combiner of this year. And also something to say is that this Ultimate Combiner was released in a special set with all three Titans in it. So I got it. At first I bought Queka, then I bought the Ultimate Dume set because I can't find the two other Titan sets because it was like in fall 2005. So that's maybe so yeah. And so I might make use the Ultimate Dume review sometimes if I have the time. And we're gonna begin the construction. Of course, I destroy, if I can say, Queka in some big blocks to show you clearly how it works. Again, the color scheme this time is dark blue or blue metal, then some white, some silver, and some black. And I think that's quite all. That's quite nice to have some blue and white, some blue metal and white. I especially like this color scheme. So here, as you can see, I'm gonna put the Kanoka. Here's the can I say the the body frame. So it's kind of special because you can see, even if this time it's a great improvement. It shows the Toametsu pelvis, so it's an improvement in comparison to the other years. Remember, last year in 2003, I mean. The only biped set we've got was Takanuva, no, excuse me, was Makuta, and he still has some flaws on the legs. So it might be resolved with this new ball joint pelvis articulation, but we're gonna talk about this later. So of course, for the pelvis part, we've got the Toametsu one, and then all the body part is made of gears. As you can see, it's a complex of gears and technique beams to put all the different gimmicks. So first of all, you have these two gears right here. This gears is linked to this axle right there. So when you turn this, you can clearly see that it moves right here. So it will be useful to move the head. So here's the first gimmick. You can see also you have some elastic to make it in his way back in its initial position. And then on the side, as you can see, you have two big axles to put the shoulder, but we're gonna talk about this just after. And then you have the other gimmick with these gears right here, which are useful, in fact, because this gears, you can see, is linked to this axle, and this axle is linked to this technique beam, and this technique beam is linked to all these parts, which are the Kanoka launcher. So you can make this like that, so you can put the Kanoka launcher on the shoulder. So in fact, you got excuse me. You got two geared gimmick in this body frame, so that kind of new is kind of impressive also. But we'll see later that it's also kind of a flaw. So anyway, for the bionicle parts right there, we got some worksheet fit in dark blue, which is kind of a new colors. The pelvis is not a new part. We've got some silver diameter fit and also some kind of launcher, so nothing really new. It's some system Lego system parts, and I think that's quite all. So we are gonna add the shoulder now. So the shoulder are the same, in fact, as the one introduced by Makuta. So this means that, excuse me. So this means that the shoulder are on some Technic beams like that. Just gonna put this off this part. Some Technic beams like that, and then you have some connectors on the other side to add the arms. Excuse me, right here. So it's the same work as the Makuta, but of course this time we're gonna put some different stuff on it. So for example, you're gonna put this diameter fit with this part right there, and also some old school Nuva shoulder armor in blue metal, or in dark blue. And I think that's quite all. So then we're gonna add, as you can see, you have one pinhole and one axle all right there. We're gonna put this in this axle, and of course, here the arm is just part of a metal leg, as you can see, and one worksheet staff. But we're gonna talk about the articulation later. So I'm just putting that right there, if I do that correctly, and then I'm gonna put these two parts to prevent the big block to fall off, even if it's don't really fall off that easily, but still measure of safety, I think. And then the second arm, so the right arm is a right shoulder and arm are quite the same, apart from the arm itself, which you can see is different with some old school older legs in dark blue, which is also a new color. And then we're gonna add this like the other arm on the side. And of course, yeah, you have some canonical disc right here, which is one from Prometro. You have to put this on the canonical launcher. And the upper body part is quite finished. We just have to add the head. As you can see, it's made with a Vaki head and then some worksheet part on the back, which is kind of like a slick design. Then you have also some Bauactive right there, and also some visor made with some system hosepipe right there, which is also kind of nice. And it's linked to the head with this part right there. It's kind of a strange technique because you can see there is axle which just are left out, like this part of the axle and also this part of this axle. So it's kind of strange. It doesn't really look only a clean building, if you want, if you know what I mean. It doesn't really look that clean. We're gonna just add this, of course, on this part right there, this axle. And here we go. We have finished the upper part of the body. So we have some axle right there, which stands out because it's useful to make the canonical launcher stop on this. The beam is stopped by the axle. And I think we're almost done. We just have to talk about the legs itself. So here it is. So of course, it's a new type of legs because of the Metro innovation. And also you can see it's the first time we see some new Titan connectors. I call them like that because they are mainly used or just used in the Titan set. So here it is. So in fact, it's the same connector part apart from the upper side, which as you can see is put like that. So you can link, for example, two Titan connector to link them together. And of course, they are attached with this Technic beam right there. Then you have some Metro leg, nothing really new right there. Also, again, some Metro leg in silver color. And then some fit, which is made with the Titan connectors, and then some Technic beam. We'll see later that there are tons of ways to make some Titan fit. This is one of them. This is not the most used because the most used is often the canister fit plus some add-on on it. For example, if you look at Kitongu, it's got just some Metro fit, and then they add on the bottom of this fit tons of Technic beam and stuff like that to make a bigger, bulkier fit. And this is what is used most of the time in the Bionicle Titan set. So anyway, here it is. You can see this part can move like that, but I think it's not that bad. You can just make it like that. it's to the side. And the two legs are the same. So as you can see, this part, of course, is linked to the feet with this axle right there. So it can be useful for those who want to mock some Titan feet to use the same technique with the Titan connector. And here we go. It's finished. It's done. So maybe just do a little turnaround of Queka. So yeah, of course, Queka is a Dark Hunter, which is really stupid, in fact, and which would team up with with stupid and would team up with Nidiki. The only problem, in fact, is in his set version, as you can see, is not look like that idiot, because his head is like head really look like Sirius, and if I can say so, a Predator look in my opinion. So when I first have the set and with the illustration white ears, excuse me, it really seems that it was a badass guy, a really impressive killer, stuff like that, just a real Dark Hunter. And in fact, it's just a dumb guy, so it was really it really annoyed me, if I can say so. It was really I was really disappointed by the version shown in the movie, but I think even without the movie, Greg Fairstay or the Lego or those who or the storyline team at Lego, which would have made Queka a dumb guy. That's kind of yeah, I think that's really disappointment, because the set really look like a Predator if you look at me, with two types of weapon, one for the long range and one for the close range, the Kanaka launcher right here. So yeah, it really seems more than a dumb guy, but in fact, yeah, it's what we have, but still he's dead, so we haven't to support him either right now. So yeah, no, it's me. So yeah, the articulation section right now. So as you can see, of course, you have some gear right there which allow you to turn the head, but you can also make the head turn with the connectors. Not that much anyway. You can't really make look him up also, because the feet here block the legs, but you the head, but you can make him look down at still, and still on the side with the gears. So it's kind of okay, I think. I think they see that you can't really turn that on the side, so they make him look on the side with the gear. So I think it kind of solves the problem. Not the one which when you want to make him look up, but apart from that, it's still a well-articulated head. On the body section also, you have, of course, these gears right here, which is kind of okay. It was not supposed to do that, but still it's quite impressive. You have this gear right here to put the Kanaka launcher on the shoulder part, but it's kind of it's touch the head, so it's kind of right here. Then you have the arms, which is kind of a drawback in comparison to Makuta, because there are just 2 points of articulation this time, and you can see here the articulation right there is just on one axis, so you can just make stuff like that. So that was really, I call this a close range weapon, but again, in Bionicle Universe, at least in these first years, the weapon just fires some laser and stuff like that, so there's no end-to-end combat, in my opinion, or what I've seen. From what I've seen, I might have been wrong, but yeah, so still in the set, so you can do what you want with the set. And on this one also you got 2 budget, of course, but this time you can turn more the ends. Of course, it's more like 360 degrees. So it's still okay, in my opinion. It's not really that limited, because it's less limited by the shoulder armors than, for example, Makuta, but still it doesn't have 3 articulation points like Makuta, for example, if you want to compare with the same characters, which were quite the same type of Titans released 1 year before. Because in fact, in this 2004, there is no Titan like Queka. We will have to wait like in 2005 to have 3 Titans, 3 two-leg Titans, which are humanoid-like. And then the legs, so of course, on this version, it's really perfect, because you can turn this other way you want. And then on the knee articulation, it's just 90 degrees right here. So it's kind of nice, but not that much. On the legs also, it's limited by the upper part, but you can still do some pose like that on the side. So I think that's quite okay. we can do stuff like that, for example. And here we go. So it's really, I think, why they really like to use the geometry fit in this set because it really appears like an X if you look like that, with the force of them on the shoulder and on the legs. And so I think that's quite all for that creation part. So I think I'm gonna just finish the review. So what's to like and not to like with this set? So what's not to like? For me, it's the fact that they add tons of gear gimmick on the body. It can be a good point, but as you can, if you see like that, you see that there is some major holes right there. If you look on this side and on the ears, it really look empty and with just some gears. So I think it's kind of ruins the overall design of the set. And I think it would have been looking better if they have just closed up the shoulder on the middle section. But no, of course, because of the gears, it has to have some holes right there. So it's kind of a strange design because these parts really look thin, and then you still have a big bulky body with kind of holes right there. So I know that the gears here are pretty nice because the systems are kind of interesting, but I don't think really they had to put these gears right there because it's kind of ruins the overall design of the set, and it's kind of bad. At first, when I bought the set, I did not see that, but when I rebuilt it for the reviews, I've seen this, and it's really I do not really like this aspect of the set, but of course, it's needed to put the gimmick. So I just want to say, just throw off the gear gimmick on this set, for example. The other problem is the articulation on the arms, kind of bad, kind of drawback also. And I think that's quite all, apart from that, from maybe the head and the arms. Apart from that, that's quite all the drawback I have to address to this set. The good points is the parts in general. So yeah, you have a nice new dark blue parts and silver parts, so it's kind of nice. You also got tons of slicer fit in white in this set. Also, the gimmick, even if I do not like how they are put in the set, are still nice. So even if the cannon launcher touch the head and stuff like that, I especially like this gimmick. It's really an interesting gimmick, and it's really nice, I think. The fact that you can just put this light and fire up your Kanoka. It's really nice. The other gimmick of the head is okay, but I think it's just because it can't really turn his head in a normal way, but maybe it's not why the reason, but still. Also, the articulation on the legs are nice. Okay, so the articulation on the arms are not that good, but it's the first for this type of Titan set to have some ball joint on the pelvis part. So it follows what was put in the canister set, and then they put this in the Titan set. So it's quite nice to have some articulated legs this time. And also, yeah, you also have some new interesting parts like the new connector Titan part, the new Titan connector parts. And I think that's quite also. The overall design is pretty nice because of the head of the weapon used and stuff like that, but it's kind of ruined by the gimmicks. Even if the gimmicks, in fact, are kind of a nice idea because I do not know if you have seen this type of gimmick, but it will, I think, yes, maybe. But still, they are kind of nice gimmick, in my opinion, but they still win the overall design. So, in fact, it's a 50-50 set, if I can say, because it has as much drawback as it has as much pros, in my opinion. So yeah, it's nice. It has the overall nice design. It got nice new parts and stuff like that. But on the other hand, it also has some really big flaws on his body parts, and it's not that perfect. So it's still quite a kind of improvement in comparison to Makuta, and also it has also a total different design than Makuta, apart from the reused part, like for example the shoulder parts, we have the kind of the same. So yeah, I think that's all up to you again. It's the only humanoid Titan set of this year, of 2004, so it's to decide if you prefer this one or just Nidiki or stuff like that. But still, I think it's okay if you can make up for his a drawback, or at least just try to mod them. For example, try to do some more recent Quaker-like Titan without the gears, and maybe it will really look like a good Titan set. But still, for me, not too much. It's okay in my opinion, but it still have its drawbacks, and it's kind of hard. And also the fact, for example, that his hands are really looking thin on this big bulky body. But yeah. So I think that's quite all for this review. I hope you have made your own opinion on this set, and see you later for another Binding Cave video review. Bye bye!